Now, you're also involved with the cultural activities and arts programs in the area. How would you see that relating to the mission and future of Bristol Motor Speedway?
Well, it's imperative to us that as an entertainment and tourism facility, for people to have other things to do when they come to our area. And, you know, a fact that some people may or may not know is that Bristol's the birthplace of country music. The first commercially successful country music recordings were made in a makeshift studio by Ralph Peer and in a hat factory on State Street in Bristol in 1927, and for over a 2-week period. And that was where Jimmy Rogers first recorded, the Carter family first recorded. You know, and the influence of these people is worldwide and widespread. I mean, Jimmy Rogers is not only in the Country Music Hall of Fame, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. Bob Dylan cites Jimmy Rogers as one of his biggest influences in his career and on his music. And Jimmy Rogers' first successful recordings were made in a hat factory in a converted studio in downtown Bristol in 1927. And same with the Carter family and the influences they've had. They're referred to as the first family of country music. They were the first group inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Mother Maybelle and Sarah Carter were the first females inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. So that influence is incredible that we have in our area, that Jimmy Rogers is in Country Music and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the Carter family is in the Halls of Fame, and Pop Stoneman, who actually got Peer to Bristol to make those recordings, is in the Country Music Hall of Fame, and Tennessee Ernie Ford, who grew up in Bristol, is in the Country Music Hall of Fame. And I tell people that if we had that type of influence in athletics, if we had 4 or 5 baseball players in the Baseball Hall of Fame or the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, we would have monuments and statues and everything. And we have that in country music, and we have people who influenced some of the greatest stars in all genres of music, whether it be blues or rock or pop or folk or country. And it started in Bristol. And so we're trying to get a cultural heritage center built downtown. Bristol Motor Speedway is heavily involved in that. I'm chairman of the capital campaign to try to help get it built, because we want people to know our heritage of this area, because it adds value to their trip here. When you're trying to compete against other events and races held in Chicago and Las Vegas and other places, one of the things that attracts people to here is the beauty of the area, the friendliness of the people in the area, and anytime we have other things for them to do, that's just added value. I mean, they know about the barter and they know about the storytelling center, and this would just be another aspect.
Okay. And the city of Bristol has made several structural and planning commitments to help alleviate problems with the Bristol Motor Speedway, such as traffic management and utilities. Anybody who's driven past the racetrack right after a race lets out can attest to how much of how clustered it can easily get. To assure future growth, what type of concessions would BMS like to see from area cities and local government?
We actually have a very good relationship with local governments. It takes 23 different agencies to work on traffic and security. If you look geographically at our facility, we're only 8 miles from the Virginia state line. We're 45 minutes from North Carolina. People staying in West Virginia and Kentucky, because it's, you know, West Virginia is an hour and 20 minutes away. It's just not that far. And so to work on the traffic patterns and the safety and regulation and of our guests who attend, and to guarantee their safety, we work with 23 different agencies from local, starting with the Bristol, Tennessee City Police and Chief Blaine Wade, all the way to the FBI, and they have great relationships, and we try to facilitate that. And we've had things that have added to the safety of our guests. I mean, we looked several years ago, and through the forethought of our city leaders and the law enforcement and Jeff Bird and Mr. Smith, after the race was over, we had no sidewalks outside of our facility, and probably half the crowd or more of 160,000 were flowing out into Volunteer Parkway with nowhere to go. So you were mixing foot traffic and pedestrians with vehicular traffic, and it's not a great situation. So we went into a public-private partnership. We committed $1 million of our own money as a speedway to help the state fund it and the city, and we had sidewalks built to give people a safe place to walk after the event to get back to their vehicles. And things have been discussed, like shuttle buses from outer-lying areas and bridges across the parkway and across the highway, and even tunnels underneath it. We're always talking and planning on things to make the experience safer and better.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Triplett.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful talking with you and learning a little bit. We'll be back up in just a moment to wrap up Direction Northeast.
I don't train like you.
I don't have the same skin as you.
I don't wear my hair like you.
I don't dance like you.
I don't come from the same place as you.
But I will give you CPR.
When you help the American Red Cross, you help America.
That concludes the program for today. We've learned more about one of the area's leading corporate citizens, Bristol Motor Speedway. Again, I'd like to thank our guest, Vice President of Public Affairs for BMS, Kevin Triplett. Community is very important to the students at Northeast State Community College, and this program takes a look at a few of the subjects they find important. We encourage you to get out and explore the natural beauty of our region and be aware of all the issues concerning your community. Until we meet next time, on behalf of the students, staff, and faculty of Northeast State Community College, I'm Flipper Derland, and this is Direction Northeast.